Welcome to Vedanta Bhakti Pravajanam channel. In this channel, we are looking into Sai Satcharitra, the great work done by Hemad Pant about Sai Baba and published his Leelas in this book. In this last chapter, 1819 part 1, we are reading about the story which is telling by Shyama to Mr. Hemad Pant. Let us see what story has told to him. Mr. Radhabhai Deshmukh. There was an old woman by the name Radhabhai. She was the mother of the Kushaba Deshmukh. Hearing Baba's fame, she came to Shirdi with the people of Sangamanir. She took Baba darshan and was much satisfied. She loved Baba intimately and resolved in her mind that she should accept Baba as her guru and take some upadesh from him. She determined to fast herself unto death so long as Baba did not accept her and give her any upadesh or mantra. She stayed in her lodging and stopped talking, taking any food or water for 3 days. I was frightened by this ordeal of the old woman and interceded with Baba on her behalf. I said, Deva, what is this you have started? You drag so many persons here. You know the old lady, she is very obstinate and depends on you. She has resolved to fast unto death. If you don't accept and instruct her, if anything worse happens, people will blame you and say that Baba did not instruct her, and as a consequence, she met her death. So take some mercy on her, bless her and instruct her. On seeing her determination, Baba sent for her and made her change her mind by addressing as follows. O mother, why do you have to subject yourself to unnecessary tortures? You are my mother and I am your child. Take pity on me and hear me through. I tell you my own story, which if you listen carefully will do you good. I had a guru. He was a great saint and most merciful. I served him long, very long, still he would not blow any mantra into my ears. I had keen desire never to leave him, but to stay with the serve him and at all costs receive some instructions for him, but he had his own way. He first got my head shaved and asked me for 2 paisa as dakshina. I gave the same at once. You may say that as my guru was perfect, why should he ask for money and how should be called desireless? The reply is that he never cared for coins. What did he do with them? He 2 paisas are firm faith and patience or perseverance. I gave these 2 paisa to him and he was pleased. I restored to my guru for 12 years. He brought me up. There was no dearth of food and clothing. He was full of love, was say. He was love incarnate. How can I describe it? He loved me most. Rare is a guru like him. When I looked at him, he seemed as if he was in deep meditation, and then we both were filled with bliss. Night and day, I gazed at him with no thought of hunger and thirst. Without him, I felt restless. I had no other subject to meditate upon, nor any other thing than my guru to attend. He was my sole refuge. My mind was always fixed on him. The Nishtha is 1 paisa of Dakshina, Saburi is other paisa. I waited patiently and served my Guru. The Saburi will ferry you across the sea of the mundane existence. Saburi removes all sins and afflictions, get rid of calamities in various ways, and casts aside all fear and ultimately gives you success. Saburi is the man of virtues, consort of good thought. Nishtha and Saburi are like twin sisters, loving each other very intimately. My Guru never expected any other thing from me. He never neglected me but protected me at all times. I lived with him and was sometimes away from him. Still I never felt the absence of his love. He always protected me by his glance, just as the tortoise feeds her young ones, whether they are near her or away from her on the other side of the bank. By her loving glances, O mother, my Guru never taught me any mantra. Then how shall I blow any mantra in your ears? Just remember that Guru's tortoise like loving glance gives us happiness. Do not try to get mantra or upadesh from anybody. Make me the sole object of your thoughts and actions and you will, no doubt, attain Paramartha. Look at me wholeheartedly and I in turn look at you. Sitting in his masjid, I speak the truth, nothing but the truth. No sadhana or proficiency in this 6 shastras it is necessary. Have faith and confidence in your Guru. Believe that Guru is the sole actor or doer. Blessed is he who knows the greatness of the Guru and thinks him the Hari, Hara and Brahma, the incarnate. Instructed in this way, the old lady was convinced. She bowed to Baba and gave up her fast. Hearing the story carefully and attentively and marking its significance and appropriateness, Hemadpant was most agreeably surprised. On seeing this wonderful Leela of Baba, he was moved from top to toe. He was overflowing with joy. His throat was choked and he was not able to utter a single word. Shama, on seeing him in this condition, asked him, "What is the matter with you? Why are you silent? How shall I describe the innumerable Leelas of Baba?" Just at this time, the bell of the masjid began to ring, proclaiming that the noon worship and arati ceremony had begun. Therefore, Shama and Hemadpant hurried to the masjid. Babu Sahib Jog had just started the worship. Women were up in the masjid and men were standing below in the open courtyard, and they were all singing the arati in chorus to the accompaniment of drums. Shama went up, pulling Hemadpant with him. He sat the right hand Hemadpant in front of Baba. On seeing them, Baba asked Hemadpant to give the dakshina brought from Shama. He replied Shama gave namaskaras in lieu of rupees and that he was there a person. Baba said, "Alright, now let me know whether you both had a chit chat, and if you so, tell me all you have talked about." Not minding the sounds of the bell, the drum and the chorus about, Hemadpant was eager to tell Baba what they had talked about and started narrate it. Baba was also anxious to hear, and so he left the blaster and leaned forward. Hemadpant said all that talked about, which were pleasantly, especially the story of the old lady, was most wonderful, and that on hearing that, he thought that his Leela was inexplicable, and under the girls of the story, he really blessed him, Baba, and then said, "Wonderful is the story, how are you blessed it? I would like to know everything in detail from you, so tell me all about it." Then Hemadpant related in full the story, which he had heard a little while before, and while he made a lasting impression on his mind. Hearing this, Baba was much pleased and asked him, "Did the story strike you? And did you catch in the significance?" He replied, "Yes, Baba. The restlessness of mind was vanished, and I have got true peace and rest, and come to know the true path." Then Baba spoke as follows: "My method is quite unique. Remember well this one story, and it will be very useful to get the knowledge of the self. Dhyan is necessary. If you practice it continuously, the vrittis will be pacified. Being quite desireless, you should meditate on God, who is in all the creatures. When your mind is concentrated, the goal will be achieved. Meditate always on my formless nature, which is knowledge incarnate, conscious and bliss. If you cannot do this, meditate in my form. Your vrittis will be single pointed, and distinction between the dhyana, dhyata, dhyaya will be lost, and the meditator will be one of the constituents and be merged in the Brahma. The tortoise one of the bank of the river, and her young ones from other. She gives neither milk nor warmth to them. Her mother love and glance with the nutrition. The young ones do nothing but remember their mother. The tortoise glance to the young ones, the only source of sustenance and happiness. Similar in the relation between the Guru and disciples. When Baba uttered these words, the chorus of the Arati songs was over, and all cried and loudly in words, "Victory be to Sadguru Sai Maharaj, who is pure conscious knowledge and bliss." Dear readers, let us imagine that we are at this time standing amongst the crowd in the masjid, and let us join them in the Jai Jai car. After the Arati ceremony was over, Prasad was distributed. Babu Sahib Jog came forward as usual, and after saluting Baba, gave in palm a handful of sugar candy. Baba pushed all this into the hands of Hemadpant and said to him, "If you take this story to heart, your desires will be fulfilled and you will be happy." Hemadpant bowed down Baba and implored, "Do favor me like this, bless and protect my always." Baba replied, "Hear this story, meditate on it and assimilate the spirits. Then you will always remember and meditate on the Lord, who will manifest himself to you." Dear readers, Hemadpant got prasad of sugar candy, and we now get the prasad of sugar candy or nectar of this story. Let us drink it, our heart's content, meditate it and assimilate it, and be strong and happy of Baba's grace. Amen. So, with this, I am concluding this chapter with part 2. Let us read the part 3 of this chapter in the next coming episode. Thank you. Bow to Sai. Peace be to all.